What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Monday, June 5th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's MLB slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 7-game MLB slate tonight. I've got some great value picks on this slate, so let's get into it. At the pitcher position, here's a value play right out the gate. I like Kyle Hendricks. He's pitching against the San Diego Padres. Now, Kyle Hendricks only giving up a .551 OPS versus righties, facing 5 righties. And what I like about this pick is the Padres have only hit 23 of his last 105 pitches. That's a .219 batting average and a huge sample size. And Kyle Hendricks is only $6,900 FanDuel salary, $600 less on DraftKings, averaging 20 fantasy points per game on the season. Now, he has an ERA of 3.86, pitching an average of 81 pitches per game, 0-1 on the season. So he scored 21 and 19 fantasy points in his last 2 games. But I think this is a great matchup for a player who I think is underpriced here tonight on both sites. So I like Kyle Hendricks here versus the San Diego Padres. Okay, let's take a look at the catcher first base position. I like Nathaniel Lowe with a 56% batting advantage over Adam Wainwright. Nathaniel Lowe is batting 19% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .834 OPS versus righties. Adam Wainwright pitching his worst ball versus lefty batters, 37% worse than his other pitches, giving up a .122 OPS versus lefties. So there's no at-bats versus Wainwright yet. Nathaniel Lowe is $3,200 FanDuel salary, $1,600 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games. He has a batting average of .280. Vegas thinks there's going to be 9.5 runs scored in this game. That's their over-under. So I like Nathaniel Lowe here versus Adam Wainwright. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And then we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the second base position. I like Luis Reyes. Facing a low salary pitcher here, Carlos Hernandez. So Luis Reyes batting 13% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .921 OPS versus righties. Now, Carlos Hernandez is off to quite the start here versus lefties. Only giving up a .452 OPS versus lefties, but it could be a hot start. Looks like he's only, we'd have to take a look at how many games Carlos Hernandez has pitched this season. But I like this pick because Luis Reyes is 2 for 4 here versus Hernandez with a .250 OPS. And he's only $3,100 FanDuel salary, $1,700 more on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. Look at his batting average. He has a batting average of .392, scored 16 and 45 fantasy points in the last 2 games. So I like Luis Reyes here versus Carlos Hernandez. Okay, let's take a look at the third base position. So I like Alex Bregman. He's got a 27% batting advantage over Alex Manoah, Alex Bregman batting 33% better versus righty pitchers, batting a .813 OPS versus righties. Alek Manoah giving up a .770 OPS versus righties. Alex Bregman is 1 for 3 here versus Manoah, and that one hit was a home run. He's $3,200 FanDuel salary, $2,000 more on DraftKings, averaging 10 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in all 5 of his last games, has a batting average of .256. So I like Alex Bregman here versus Alek Manoah. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, who do we have at the shortstop position? So here's a value play. I like Mikael Garcia with a 76% batting advantage over Braxton Garrett. Mikael Garcia batting 44% better versus lefty pitchers, batting a .950 OPS versus lefties. Braxton Garrett giving up a .796 OPS versus righties. So there's no at-bats versus Garrett yet, but I like this pick because Mikael Garcia, only $2,500 FanDuel salary, $100 less on DraftKings, averaging 9 fantasy points per game on the season. He has a batting average of .267, so I like Mikael Garcia here versus Braxton Garrett. Okay, moving on to the outfield position, I like Juan Soto with a 55% batting advantage over Kyle Hendricks. So I do like Kyle Hendricks here, but it looks like Juan Soto is in a pretty good spot versus him. So if you're not going to play Kyle Hendricks, I do like Juan Soto, but if you are going to play Kyle Hendricks, let's see if there's another play on the slate here that I like. You got a guy like Connor Joe. He's in a pretty good spot. You also have Jake Fraley in a good spot. Nick Castellanos. I like Nick Castellanos with a 26% batting advantage over a low-salary pitcher, Joey Wentz. Nick Castellanos, he's batting a .845 OPS versus lefties. Joey Wentz pitching 25% worse to righties as he does lefties, giving up a .910 OPS versus righties. There's no at-bats versus Wentz yet. Nick Castellanos is $3,300 FanDuel salary, $1,200 more on DraftKings, averaging 11 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored fantasy points in 4 out of his last 5 games. One of those was a 63. Has a batting average of .316. Does look a little bit underpriced here tonight, so I like Nick Castellanos here versus Joey Wentz. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.